Fear has a way of increasing doubt in others and, unfortunately, even in ourselves. Fear can keep you playing small and more concerned about who will judge you instead of who you will justify. You could be the example someone is looking for to justify them going after their dreams. But because you are caught in what you think other people are thinking of you, you miss opportunities to shine your light. Fear can cause you to minimize yourself. Woo! Let that sink in. Not willing to accept or express your true self for fear of the ramifications of living your truth. In the classic sense of fear, we see it as a barrier, something hindering us from growing, achieving, or even just living the way that is true for you. Rarely is it seen as something that is used as a tool to help you and actually works in your favor. Now more than ever, let's encourage over your fear. Fear can give you insight you may not otherwise have. I encourage you to use it as a tool. It's just information, a shadow exposed of what you need to develop, unlock, and elevate in order to become the next level you. Fear doesn't have to be the thing that holds you back when it can be the thing that catapults you forward. Encouragers! I'm so loving this special series all month long where I pick a topic to encourage over. In true Gemini fashion, I celebrate my birthday all month long. And since my mom and I share the same birthday, and just to honor her life for being my inspiration for me even creating Encourage Over Everything, every June I'll be doing this same kind of special edition. Today, we are getting into Encourage Over Your Fear. You know, fear has a way of increasing doubt in others and, unfortunately, even in ourselves. Fear can keep you playing small and more concerned about who will judge you instead of who you will justify. You could be the example someone is looking for to justify them going after their dreams. But because you're caught up in what you think other people are thinking of you, you miss opportunities to shine your light. Fear can keep you living someone else's life, doing what your parents, friends, family, or even complete strangers think is best for you, instead of following your heart and letting those who are meant to support you show up to actually cheer you on. Fear can cause you to minimize yourself. Woo! Let that sink in. Not willing to accept or express your true self for fear of the ramifications of living your truth. In the classic sense of fear, we see it as a barrier, something hindering you from growth, achieving, or living the way that is true for you. Rarely is fear seen as something that is used as a tool to help you. I mean, after all, you don't put your hand on a hot stove for fear of burning yourself, and that works out in your favor. Just like everything, fear is how you see it. You can use it as a tool to keep you safe, or a strong box that keeps you caged and locked in. As always, it's up to you and how you see it. Hey, Encouragers! I'm super duper excited to announce the Encouragers community. As much as I love making these podcasts for you, I'm craving more connection. The Encouragers community is a monthly membership where I go live to teach and encourage over a topic once a month. We'll even have a group coaching call where we as fellow encouragers come together to support, share our collective expertise, and cheer each other on. Life isn't always easy or kind, but we can hold space for one another as we encourage over the difficult times and strive to be our best and do our best. If you enjoy being around like-minded individuals who love self-improvement, want to be around other positive people doing positive things as we unapologetically chase our dreams to be great in all areas of our life, you found your tribe. For this week only, founding members join the membership for only $25 a month. This is the lowest price it will ever be. As a founding member, you will help me create a community that we love with a sense of belonging wrapped all up in encouragement. Take advantage of this special pricing as it ends Saturday, June 11th at midnight. To lock in your rate, go to theshow.encourageovereverything.com/EOE community. Let's connect, encourage, and support one another as we encourage over everything in real life. And this is such an important topic because fear tends to be a pretty prevalent feeling that can show up in so many ways. We all know the famous acronym for fear, false evidence appearing real, but you know me. I love to have a different take on things. We always have options, you know what I mean? We can see things as negative or positive. By default, many of us see a little bit of the positive, like we know it's there, but not so much. Instead, give a whole lot of attention to the negative, which snowballs into the absolute worst case scenarios on repeat. When in all actuality, it should be the reverse. Yes, you can acknowledge and even prepare for the worst case scenario, not millions of them, by the way. But really zoom into all the positive possibilities. You can recognize and try to be ready for what you think may go wrong, but that doesn't mean you actually have to live there. It's like you got the U-Haul packed up and ready to unload all the baggage and junk carried from the last house, instead of downsizing and only bringing the good things that you love and sparks joy into the new place. Just like anything else, your interpretation and perception is your reality. How you see things is the way they are for you. How you interpret events, circumstances, and experiences in your life creates your reality. The question then becomes, how did you interpret or misinterpret the events, circumstances, or experiences? Sometimes we don't always get the signals right. Have you ever been looking for something, can't find it, and think that one kid who never puts anything back must have it somewhere? Then when you look a little bit more, you realize it was you who didn't put it back. I may or may not be speaking from experience here, and that's neither here nor there. But my interpretation of the situation was wrong. Not me, okay? My interpretation. I'm still a work in progress, okay? Jesus knows me. He knows my heart. Expecting the worst or blaming someone else when it was you having a little human moment, this is just a simple example, but this can happen in really any scenario. Yes, what happened to you could be terrible, but that doesn't mean you have to become cold and hardened because of it. You may not have gotten that job or promotion, but that doesn't mean your opportunity isn't coming. You are just getting more time to sharpen your skills and put yourself in alignment with the right opportunity. And when it presents itself, you'll be ready. That relationship may not have worked, but that doesn't mean you're destined for a life of loneliness. Okay, side note, tell that to me years ago. Okay, tell that to my old single self. It just means you experience what you don't want in order to have more clarity on what you do want. Now you can continue to work on you in order to vibe with the right one when they come along. One of my favorite quotes from Tony Robbins, the negative is always available, but so is the positive. Sometimes we don't even give positive a fighting chance. My goal, my mission is to really shift that perspective and mindset to reverse where we put our focus and energy. I was single a lot of years ago, focused in on the negative, complaining about all the jerks out there when I kept calling them up. No, I don't mean literally on the phone, but I spoke with such passion as I complained to each one of my friends about all the dating war stories I had. I'm telling you, my best friend Kim and I always said we'd write a book because there's a lot of funny ones in there. If only I had spoken for as long and with the same passion and intensity about what I wanted in my man, then he would have showed up so much faster. Words have power. They are an energy force, and the universe always delivers. Be careful about what you speak into and over your life. Don't speak fear over your life. Speak faith over your life. I see fear as an opportunity to reconnect me to my faith. So instead of false evidence appearing real, I see fear as faith everlasting always reigns. I find so much comfort in my faith. And whether you are religious, spiritual, or have some other set of beliefs, I hope you have faith in something or someone that brings you comfort and back to your center. One of my favorite scriptures, Romans 8:28, God works for our good in all things. That always gives me such a strong sense of relief that no matter what happens, God is going to work it out for my good. Yes, faith everlasting. Faith is always available. I don't know how it's going to work out, and truth be told, that's none of my business. It's not my job to know how it will work out, although we love to be all up in God's business. It's our job to have faith and believe that no matter how jacked up it is, God gonna work it out. Psychology today defines faith as an expression of hope for something better. When you are rooted in faith, you are rooted in the heart. You may not have evidence or something tangible to show for it, but your heart calls you to believe something better is on the horizon. That's faith at its finest. You can embark on a new journey, go after a new position or promotion, put yourself out there in a relationship or get into a relationship or whatever that new is for you. You always have a choice to take that step with your fear foot forward or your faith foot forward. You already know what I'm going to tell you to do. Put your faith foot forward. So what is it that you fear? Fear often looms overhead, and without really even knowing what the fear is or what about it is causing you to stop and not take action, that can actually keep you paralyzed. Acknowledge it. What I loved about Beth and Randall on This Is Us is the worst case scenario speed rounds that they would do. They each got a turn. And after they got through that, they were free to really get to the solutions. So grab your journal and get to writing. Explore what the fear is all about. Then you can determine what meaning you want to give it. I mean, what is it really trying to tell you? If you are feeling uncomfortable or uneducated, how can you get comfortable? What resources can you tap into to learn more? Do you need a coach or courses? If you're not ready, what do you need to do to get ready? What skills can you beef up, delegate, or hire someone who excels in that area? Your fear is a signal of what you need to develop or get some help with. If you hear the H word, help, and cringe, trust me, there are worse things to ask for than some help, okay? Ask for some help, babe. You'd be amazed at who is happy to help support you. Fear can give you insight you may not otherwise have. I encourage you to use it as a tool. It's information, a shadow exposed of what you need to develop, unlock, or elevate in order to become the next level you. Fear doesn't have to be this thing that holds you back, when it can be the thing that catapults you forward. Faith is always available and truly reigns over everything. When you expose your fears, acknowledge them, and shine a light on them, you grant yourself an opportunity to improve and evolve from where you are in order to get where you're going. Turn down your fear and turn up your faith. Encourage over your fear because together we can encourage over everything. Thanks for tuning in. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please take a moment to leave a review. All you have to do is rate by lighting me up with some stars and leave a few words. If you share this episode, let me thank you in advance for sharing positive messages because we all know some peeps in our lives who could use an extra dose of encouragement. And I'm throwing virtual confetti right now to celebrate you for finishing this episode. I don't know about you, but I'm not ready for this to end. So if you want more, check out theshow.encourageovereverything.com for literally all things encourage over everything. Stay connected and join the email list. Get that VIP treatment by being the first to know all the happenings and get encouragement sent right to your inbox. Theshow.encourageovereverything.com has everything that you're looking for, from show notes and all of the info on today's sponsors. And if you are looking to connect with other fellow encouragers, be sure to join my exclusive community at the Encourage Over Everything Facebook group. I can't wait to connect with you in the next episode. Remember, there isn't anything that we can't get through because together we can encourage over everything.